Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fate Stay Night. Previously, Shirou got an idea. Whether it be because he just thinks Saber deserves to have a normal life, or if he really just loves her, or if he's trying to convince her that this world is worth staying in, and living in, and using the Holy Grail to wish for a normal life in, well, he took Saber out on a date. Out and about on the town. He had no plans, and they kind of just wandered around, but it's been interesting a bit, so let's hop in and see how the rest of that date goes. I think it's about to be the evening. We do the same thing in the afternoon. I go to every place I can think of, and Saber follows me silently. But it's not as painful as it was in the morning. I don't know if it's because I'm getting used to it, or whether Saber is complying. Saber still isn't talkative, but if I look closely, her expression isn't like it when she's mad. There's a feeling of accomplishment and happiness when I see Saber leave a shop with light steps. So, considering many factors that might make Saber happy from many angles... Yes! Lion doll! Give her a lion doll! I'm a bit dubious, but I've determined that this shop will be the best suited for Saber. What? Saber stands there dumbfounded. I don't know if her shoulders are shaking because she's angry, or because she's deeply moved. Oh, she is definitely deeply moved. Shirou, this is the biggest stuffed animal shop in town. I've never been here before since men aren't allowed in. What? The hell kind of shop is like rejecting 50% of the human population? What? Okay, maybe it's like 48%, because non-binary people and other folk exist too. Of course, there's actually not a rule like that. Oh, okay. But since there are only women and no men, it's like an unwritten rule. To prove it, there are only girls in here. The golden-haired Saber is being stared at, but being a guy, I'm being glared at. I'm sure they want to tell me not to come into their sanctuary. I feel the same way. I would not approve of men entering this place. Hey, there is nothing wrong with men having neat stuffed animals. When I was a little kid, I had stuffed animals. Their names were Mrs. Bunny, Mr. Beaver, and Lamb Chop. Yeah. I think you can know what kind of animals they were. And you know what? To this very day, Mrs. Bunny, Mr. Beaver, and Lamb Chop are all in my closet. I still have them, and I love them. I love them very much. Well, let's ignore everyone and look around since we're here. Saber, is there an animal you like? Did we? I forget, did we continue in the timeline where Saber got a lion cub? I would hope I did, but... I feel that lions and panthers are lovely, but... is that strange? She asks me with upturned eyes. I look away instantly and contain my laughter. The funny thing is, Saber is strange for thinking she's strange for thinking lions are cute. Shirou, that gesture was unnatural. I feel unreasonable anger, but perhaps it is just my imagination. Oh, sorry. Liking lions is so like you, so I had to laugh. How dare you laugh at other people's preferences? There's nothing wrong with lions. Damn straight. I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I'll take you somewhere good as an apology, so don't get mad. I go into the store while trying to hold my laughter. Well, it looks like the stuffed animals are that way. So, it's taken about an hour to go around the store. How big is this store? I looked at Saber staring at stuffed animals and felt really nervous with all the girls there. Anyways, it was the most tiring hour so far. But the worst part is, we've only looked through half the... How big is the store? It took us this long to look at just half of it because Saber was frequently paralyzed. I mean, Saber kept staring down stuffed animals. It looks like Saber is interested in the other half too, so I'll have to accompany her. Shirou? Why are you sighing? Are you tired from walking? Yeah, I'm a bit tired. I'm usually not so weak, but this place is special. I guess I shouldn't be doing things I'm not accustomed to. I let out a big sigh. I don't mind being looked at by other people while walking with Saber, but a girl's only place like this is really uncomfortable. I think Shirou's mistaking all those glares for girls thinking, man, I wish my boyfriend would take me here. Boredom sometimes tires one's body. How about you? This must be your first time in a place like this. Tell me if you're tired. I certainly do not feel calm, but you look more uncomfortable. Not just here, but you seemed this way in the previous store, the store before that. I do not want to think this, but are you choosing places you do not wish to go to? Got me. For me, Saber's words are enough to cast away my worries. Yeah, to be honest, I'm choosing places I don't like. As I thought. Why do you continue to choose places you are unfamiliar with? You will... Well, because these kind of places are suitable for girls. I'm the one that started this whole thing, and today's your day as well. And it's not that uncomfortable either. It's fine since you're with me. I have such a cute girl with me, so people might get jealous, but I'll never be out of place. Oh, well, he is a bit self-aware then. How ridiculous! I am a servant even though I am not armed. You do not need to treat me as a woman just because we are not fighting. Please treat me as a servant as usual. You're the ridiculous one. You're a girl to begin with. It's not like I'm treating you different today. Am I acting any differently? Oh. In astonishment, Saber opens her mouth as if she's just realized that. No, you are the same. You are acting the same as always, Shirou. Yeah, so you don't need to worry about me. So let's go. We're going to buy the one you like the most, so we have to go look at the remaining half. I take Saber's hand. Saber silently follows me. That is right. It has been like this from the start, but I did not realize it until this moment. Shirou has never seen her like a servant. She murmurs to herself. The unusual day goes by quickly. Saber never laughed, nor could I laugh for my heart. It's not like there were any memorable moments, nor were it so boring that I regret doing it. To be frank, this was nothing. Saber might have been happier if we'd stayed at the mansion and trained together. But today wasn't so bad. It wasn't fun or boring, but I could be proud of it in the end. After the battle is over and everything goes back to normal, it would be too sad if all the time Saber and I had was spent fighting. Even if it's something stupid, she has to spend some time not fighting, or there's no point in her being here. So I can be proud of myself for now. The end is near. When everything comes to an end and when there's no more need to fight. If Saber will remember this moment and remember that this happened, that alone is enough for me to be proud of. We go home on foot. Because Saber said, "Let us walk home." Just as I decided to go home by bus. There's some wind now. The vivid setting sun is lighting the bridge red. Oh, that's Saber. Saber notices something and stops. She is watching a mountain of rubble. It's not that tall, even though it's a mountain of rubble. Steel frames and the likes are piled right up to the water surface and are slightly distorting the flow of the river. I don't know why, but it seems like a ship sank or something, and pieces of it flowed into a mountain. I heard the local residents have been demanding its removal for a long time since it damages the beautiful sight. What's wrong, Saber? Did that catch your attention? No. I was noticing that it still remains because I was the cause of it. I used the noble phantasm here, having fought on water in the previous war. Oh my gosh, that's cool. The only damage was that the river dried up, but I also destroyed the ship that was unfortunately anchored there. Huh. I wonder if Saber's willing to tell more stories about what happened in the past. Huh? You mean Excalibur? Just go and blurt it out, you numpty. Yes, but fortunately nobody was on board, and the damage was minimal. The river is back to normal, so you should not get so mad. I regret it as well. I should watch out. I have to take care to only use Excalibur in an open place like this. Shirou? Are you still mad? No, I'm not mad. I was just surprised. I was just thinking how many traces there are from the last war. The rubble in the river shouldn't be a problem compared to the wasteland in that park. Well, I guess it was unfortunate that for the owner of that ship. Please do not worry, as Kuritsugu said the owner had insurance. He parked the ship there as a buffer, so he used the ship as a wall to reduce the power of the noble phantasm. Oh, so you destroyed the ship knowing it was there? I did not know. Kuritsugu prepared it without telling me. I think Kuritsugu knew how the battle would turn out. I did not notice since he never said anything before or after he prepared the ship. Saber looks down at the river yearningly. The water surface reflects the sunset. The wind coming from the river is a bit strong and flutters Saber's hair. Is it because she looks so beautiful like that? Saber, did you have fun today? I was assaulted by a sudden fear that Saber might just disappear, and I asked something I don't need to ask. Huh? Did you say something, Shirou? Yeah, I asked you if you had fun today. She gasps. Saber opens her eyes in amazement. Yes, I would be lying if I said this was not new to me. She says so in a voice of hope, as if such a thing will never happen again. I knew what her answer would be. All I can do now is nod and just go home. Everything can return to the way it was, just like that. I see. I nod, looking at Saber. Then let's go again. It's not like this has to be the last time. And I say something I won't be able to take back. Saber freezes. She must have realized what I want to say. She shakes her head, looking directly at me, as if saying there won't be a next time, as if this mistake is only for today. Why? I know Saber's answer, but I ask, not like an answer I expect. I do not even need to explain. Servants exist to fight. A day like today is merely denying my own existence. I obeyed since you decided to take a rest, but I believe resting should not be necessary from now on. There are only a few enemies left. I would like to start searching for Lancer right now, if you would order me to. She looks at me with eyes full of fire. Saber is saying she will start fighting right now if I order it. That causes me to get mad about all the things I can't approve of. What's with that? You really want to fight that much? Of course. I draw closer to the Holy Grail the more I fight. Battle should be prioritized over everything. You should know that as well. Yeah, I understand. That's why it's strange. I've always wanted to say this, but you're contradicting yourself. You say fighting is important, but you don't like fighting. You're fighting against your will because there's no other way, right? That is not true. I do not hesitate to fight. I have already told you that I will do anything to win. Yeah, she did say that. But that's not a reason to like fighting. As far as you can manage, right? Look, Saber. If you just want to defeat other masters and obtain the Holy Grail, you could just attack people and take their power. But you don't want to do that, right? That is... It's not that you don't want to involve innocent people. You know well enough that people will be dying once you start fighting. That's why you want to minimize the battles. People will die if you fight, so you want to end the battle as quickly as possible. In other words, you're frightened of fights with victims. After opening her eyes as if she's seen a ghost, she grits her teeth and straightens her stare. You are wrong. I do not fear battles. Yeah, I don't think you were ever scared, because an individual's fear must have been suppressed by what you call the king's mission. But you still fear battles. You are strong and good at fighting, but that's not a talent you ever wanted, right? I'll say this honestly. Fighting doesn't suit you. You must have hated even pulling out that sword. Your claim that fighting is your only objective is just an excuse to try to deceive yourself. It's so simple. Why didn't you or anybody around you notice it? Shirou, I will not tolerate any more insults, even from you. You can't stand it because it's the truth, right? You won't be able to fight anymore if you admit it. She grits her teeth. Saber glares at me in anger. I can't back away. If I believe I'm right, I can't run away. So you should stop. You want to stop too, right? You must know fighting doesn't suit you. So just quit it. Stop being a servant and do something that suits you. She needs to regain the happiness she should have had as a human. For that, How ridiculous! I have no choices besides fighting. I only exist to obtain the Holy Grail. I submitted my body to fulfill my promise as a king. I cannot allow any other use for myself. I only exist to obtain the Holy Grail. That annoys me the most. Why does she say ridiculous things like that as if to convince herself? Everyone around her took her word because she kept saying things like that. You idiot, that's not true. There are infinite ways. You're here and different from before. So, you have to live for yourself. Don't make any mistakes and don't use the Holy Grail. The final wish she's permitted. Don't use it for people you don't care about. If you're here, you need to be happy here. I hear the wind. Saber doesn't answer. She doesn't even nod. She just looks back at me. I cannot accept your words. I made a contract to obey you, but I did not give you my heart, Master. She replies with a strong voice. I cannot forsake my oath as a king. There is a duty I must fulfill as the king. King Arthur's goal is to obtain the Holy Grail. Even if I achieve that goal, I will not return to being Artoria. I have only ever had one wish. This wish has never changed since I pulled out the sword. Why? That's not a thing you have to do. It's wrong for you to be unrewarded for your actions. You don't need the Holy Grail, and Saber's wish won't come true. It's impossible to erase everything that's happened. Saber, you can't redo what's already done. No, I think it's something you mustn't do. You should know that. No, that is not true. I'll tell you. Wait. Oh, that's Shirou, probably. I'll tell you. However bad the results, you can't change what's happened. Wanting to redo something because you couldn't do it is just childish selfishness. Our words end there. Saber doesn't say anything, and I don't have anything to say. The wind has stopped as well. No, the wind hasn't stopped. It's only died down for a second. Another sound of wind. Just as I feel the wind on my cheek. I thought you would understand, Shirou. The wind has changed into a headwind. Is that all you wanted to say after wasting this meaningless day? A cold voice. It contains only rejection. Do not be so conceited. What makes you think you understand me? You have no right to invade me. Do not fight? What are you saying when you need me to protect you? Please, give me that nonsense after you are able to fight on your own. Huh. I don't think that will ever occur. Damn. Shirou went and poked the sleeping dragon. Oh. So... I do think that everything Shirou said, and everything he thinks about Saber, is selfish. He's projecting his idea of what should be upon Saber. It could be true that Saber's lying to herself. Could be true that Saber really doesn't want to fight at her core. Really saying that Saber might... that her wish to undo everything is a sign that she wished she never had to fight in the first place, but at the same time, Shirou really doesn't have the right to say all these things to someone he met like 13 days ago? It may be like 2 or 4 years even from my perspective, but yeah, no, from Shirou's perspective, he met Saber like 13 days ago. I don't think that's enough time to justify deconstructing an entire person's will and motivation for living. It's a tricky situation. No, it's not nonsense. It is nonsense. Think about myself. That goes for you as well. You do not consider your life. You say I am mistaken, but you are even more mistaken. Only corpses consider others more important than themselves. How can a fool who does not even know the value of his own life address me so? Saber, you... Did I annoy you? Then I will not mind if you dissolve your contract with me. You do not need the Holy Grail anyway. I will defeat the remaining masters by myself and obtain the Holy Grail myself. If you do not wish to fight, you can go and hide somewhere far away. Damn! Saber, are you serious? I ask with a trembling voice. My teeth are chattering because I'm suppressing my emotion. Of course. My only goal is the Holy Grail. Everything else is unnecessary. You are no exception, Shirou. I stop breathing. I bare my head going white and manage to restart my stopped heart. You blockhead. Fine, if you want to fight, go ahead and do what you want. I don't care anymore. But I can't stop my emotions. I yell what sounds like an excuse and run away from Saber. I get away from her. But for a moment, I think I see Saber standing there absent-mindedly. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! I run. I keep running, not knowing what's so vexing or maddening. Everything else is unnecessary. Even you are no exception, Shirou. I grit my teeth hard and stop myself from yelling out. Just remembering it makes me white out and I might run into a pole or something. No, it would be easy if I could do that. If I was just angry at Saber, I could just take it out on something. But that's not the cause of this fury. It's not just Saber that I'm mad at. It's so vexing, and I keep running so hard because I hate how weak I am. Saber was standing there absent-mindedly. The words she said, just as the wind changed directions. I thought you would understand, Shirou. Damn it! You idiot, I don't understand. I spit that out, then regret it so much that I almost fall. What was it about? Her voice, like a farewell, sounded like she was crying. Come to think of it, maybe those words were the only honest things she said. Those words murmured with her head hung. A voice of hope, disappointment, and wishes. Then, who was the betrayer? And who was betrayed? I run into my room and shut the door. I collapse. I don't want to stand up. I just want to lie down and go to sleep. But my body is still burning. My heart feels like it's splitting open and my lungs are desperate for air. I ran full speed from the bridge to here. My body must be exhausted. I haven't run enough emotionally, but my body is telling me to calm down. I slowly calm down. I take a deep breath and let it out. And after I settle my breathing, all that fills my head is the question of why I was so enraged. I don't even have to think about it. I ran as if throwing something off me because I was so powerless. I can't save Saber. That fact is so vexing that I was angry at myself. I can't do anything. I promised to make her laugh. I promised to protect her, but I can't do anything. That makes me furious. What can I do? It's useless for anyone to say anything if Saber herself doesn't want happiness. That's why I tried hard, so she'd be able to find her own happiness. But she told me that was meaningless, and on top of that, she called me a fool. A fool who doesn't even know the value of his own life, huh? What can I do when she says that? I value my life as well, and I don't want to do anything that might endanger it. But this has nothing to do with Saber. I think it's unfair of her to bring it up right there. No matter how stupid I am, I'm sure Saber's wrong. But if she denies me like that, I can't do anything. Damn it. Man, she can do whatever she likes. I turn over and lie on my stomach. The floor is the only view, so I close my eyes to black out my mind. That's it. I don't care about Saber anymore. If the Holy Grail is so important to her, she can go marry... I'm sorry, but that's goddamn hilarious. Oh my god, Shirou, please. This isn't supposed to be a comedic scene. This is like the biggest drama in the entire friggin' visual novel. But oh my god, that line. That's the best. Oh no. Okay. Oh, my lungs, my throat. Oh man, okay. Oh. She's so obstinate that she doesn't understand after I've told her this much. I'll be burned if I associate with her anymore. No, I'll be seriously hurt. Bad. Need to censor that. Oh. I've already been hurt, though. Not just burned. I met her, fought with her many times, and even saw into the depths of her heart to survive. That heat. I remember the light deep within her. Why do I recall such a thing at a time like this? That faraway plain, the memories that girl left behind. If I recall that beauty, it won't matter what Saber says. Something only used to fight? Then don't show your weak parts. Anyways, Saber is unfair. I don't know what's so unfair, but I think it's unfair that I don't know what's unfair. I can't hate her, even though I'm this mad. And the more I try to ignore her, the more I can't. It's such a contradiction. Her whole existence is unfair. I can't hate her no matter what. Damn it. I guess the one who's in love loses. But I can't help it. If I can't give up no matter how useless she tells me it is, I have to keep trying until the end. No matter how much Saber hates it or rejects me, if I believe I'm right. I thought you would understand, Shirou. I remember her face, about to cry. In the future. Will she make that kind of a face every time I repeat this? Still, I can't agree, no matter what. Even if I'm wrong and Saber's right. If she's really important to me, I can never apologize to her. I thought I heard a sound. When did the sun set? The room is dark. The sound of the second hand on the clock is annoying. Who is this? Hey, how long are you going to sleep? I need you to wake up. Rin? Wake up already. It's past 10 o'clock. Ilya's bugging me to get dinner ready, so wake up and go keep her company. An angry voice. That wakes me up completely. Past 10? I get up quickly. Yep, 10:17 to be exact. It's way past dinner time. Tosaka looks flabbergasted. Sorry, I fell asleep. I'll go right away, so wait for me in the living room. That's fine, but where's Saber? Oh, she didn't come home. Oh, well, if she's not here, she must be in the dojo or the living room. Shirou, I'm asking you because she's not here. Tosaka is serious. That tells me what the situation is in an instant. She's not back? Hold on, Shirou. What do you mean by that? Tosaka runs out of the living room after me. Runs out of the room after me. But I don't have time to explain. I run outside, ignoring Tosaka's words behind me. The town is quiet. A world like yesterday, where all signs of people have vanished. I don't have enough composure to think it's strange now. Saber isn't back. Come to think of it, that's only natural. We argued so much. She said she would fight by herself. So, considering her personality, she really would go and fight by herself. Saber could be anywhere. It's possible that I won't find her, and that she's fighting Lancer right now. But still, I came here first. The air by the river is cold. The park is so cold that it feels like frost is packed here. My breath is white, and my cheeks and ears hurt. It's so cold here, so how cold must it be on the bridge where the wind from the river rises? That is where she is standing. She didn't move. Right where I fled from her. Saber's looking out at the river, not doing anything. Is she looking at the long-gone sunset? Her gaze into the distance seems to be watching a red horizon that was already disappeared. That makes me realize she's strong, yet so weak. Her gallant figure must be proof that she could live without anybody's help. But she is also so weak that my hand might go through her if I reach out. She can't do it alone, but she defends her pride until the end. That's why it was the same for me, watching stars that cannot be reached. She stares at the distant set sun as if she knows nothing else. I can't leave her alone. If I lost, it was a complete loss for me. It made me swear to myself that I would never let her make such a face. I walk on the bridge. I'm making sounds, but Saber doesn't notice. I walk towards her in silence and stand next to her. Saber, you'll freeze if you stay out here. She jumps. She must finally have noticed me. Shirou? Saber turns around as if to question me. What are you doing out so late? Oh, what are you doing out so late? Tosaka was worried since you didn't come home. I see. I should apologize to her. It's fine, but why are you here? Well, it doesn't matter since it was easy for me to find you. I was still here because I did not yet know where to go. You told me to do as I wished, so I tried to do so. But I could not think what I should do or where I want to go. So I was thinking all this time about where I should be going. She speaks like a lost child. She must feel guilty as Saber keeps averting her gaze. We did have that big fight. It's only natural for her to think I'm still mad. I am sorry. Please tell Rin she has helped me very much. I shall return to you once I defeat Lancer and obtain the Holy Grail. So until then... Wait. I just had a thought. The Holy Grail makes its appearance once all but one servant is dead, right? I was about to say, you need to beat Lancer and the second archer, Greg, but in a regular war, it only takes 6 servants to die, right? But there are 8 now. So if either Lancer or the Greg archer is killed, then wouldn't it appear? And if the Holy Grail can grant the wish of both the servant and master, that's 2 people, 2 wishes. What if it could grant more at the same time? Like, hypothetically, let's say Lancer dies, and all that's left is Shirou, Saber, and Greg. Could all 3 make a wish? That's an interesting thought. Anyway, is she saying she'll wander around without a place to return to? What are you talking about? You're coming back to my house, right? I've prepared your bed and your food. But you said do not understand me. That's right. I don't know what you're thinking. So saying, I take Saber's hand. Shirou, let's go home. Even a servant will catch a cold if they stay out here this long. Let's hurry back and eat something warm. But And I won't apologize to you. If you have any complaints, tell me now. I say so rudely, looking away from Saber. She looks at me, astonished. She looks like she wants to apologize, but I ignore her. That must have worked on her. Saber doesn't say anything and follows while holding my hand. We come down from the bridge and into the park. It's 11 o'clock. There's nobody in the park, but it's overly decorated with things like the fountain and streetlights. We keep walking. Saber's walking slowly. She was standing on that bridge for more than 5 hours. She must be freezing and be tired as well. She falls forward sometimes as I pull her by the hand. Should I walk slower, Saber? You don't seem to be doing well. I turn around to check on her. No, I feel fine. It is just that it is not because of Rin, but it really seems like a rendezvous if we are holding hands like this. Huh? So, hearing that, I feel my face burn up in an instant. Yeah, should I let go? I mean, if you don't like it. No, this is fine. Your hand is warm and very comforting. Our conversation ends right there. I walk on to hide my embarrassment. Saber silently accompanies me. As bad as that fight was, I don't think it was that bad enough to just ruin the relationship forever. But I definitely need to have a second talk at some point later. How much further is it to the mansion? I feel embarrassed by the warmth in my hand as I leave the park. Many things happen today. But if it ends with this warmth, I can change religion and start to pray with that priest. But the instant I think so... Where are you going? Do not take what is... Oh no! Oh jeez. Here comes Mr. Steal Your Girl. Well, it's obviously him, so... Let's turn on voices just for a bit, so we can hear more of him. We meet someone we never should have met. My happy mind freezes in an instant. Goosebumps form all over my body, and my throat won't move as if it's forgotten how to breathe.
Shirou.
It must be the same for Saber behind me. Her hand holds me tightly. Just as I feel an unavoidable death, Saber too feels an inconceivable desperation.
待たせたな、セイバ
I have kept you waiting, Saber.
ー。約束通り、こうして迎えに来てやったぞ。
I have come for you as promised.
あーちゃ。
What a snappy dresser! Wait, No. I was gonna say, if Greg here likes to wear civilian clothes, maybe he was the person we saw in the prologue speaking to Sakura, with the red eyes and golden hair, but no, I could have sworn that person had no earrings and his hair was flattened down, I want to say. Wait, then who would that be? If Greg here has survived since the last war without any masters, then who the hell was the... Maybe that just was him in disguise, but no, his clothes were different. He was wearing a black chest. A black top, I remember that, right? Like, it's fully possible Greg could have changed clothes, but... I'm not gonna think about it. The Golden Servant. The unknown heroic spirit who swept away the bone creatures and even cast her herself without any difficulty. That monster is in front of us. He's so close to us. At a distance with which we could start a fighting if we wanted to face a death greater than Berserker.
どうしたセイバー。俺がわざわざ出向いてやったのだ。
What's wrong, Saber? I've come specially for you.
いつまでも黙っているのは無礼であろう。
It would be rude to stay silent.
それとも、俺のものになる前に少しばかり遊ぶつもりか？騎士王よ。
Or do you intend to play around for a bit before you become mine, King of Knights? Archer stifles his laughter happily. His eyes aren't looking at me. He's only watching Saber. With his rude red eyes, he's looking at her as if evaluating a work of art. Saber's presence changes. She must have prepared herself. Unlike me, unable to even move a finger, she is already glaring at that enemy servant.
シロ、何としても衝撃だけは防ぎます。その隙にあなただけは離脱してください。
Shirou, I will block his first attack no matter what. Please retreat from here in that time.
それがどれほど困難かは分かっていますが、あのサーバント相手ではそれが精一杯なのです。
I know how hard that is, but that is all I can manage against this servant. Her back asks me to forgive her. Even Saber can only manage to block his first attack. The chance of success of retreating from a guy like this is low. Saber is asking for my forgiveness for that low chance. Probably. She knows she has no way to defeat that servant. You know what? I think we're gonna end this video a bit shorter than usual, but this actually does feel like the best possible place to end things. Things might escalate from here and it might be awkward to stop in the middle of it. So yeah, that'll do it, I think. So I think I stand by what I said. At the end of the day, Shirou's desire for Saber to cast aside everything she has and live a normal life is selfish. I think it's pretty clear that this is what Shirou wants for her and not necessarily what she wants. We see it time and time again whenever Shirou thinks about Saber's past and how people have treated her as a tool or a monster to keep at distance, like someone inhuman. Time and time again, Shirou thinks that it's unfair, and that she doesn't deserve to be treated such a way. But Saber, King Arthur, willingly cast aside her humanity to become the king. She was the ultimate selfless ruler who sacrificed everything to keep her country safe. I can see where Shirou's coming from, that in that Saber deserves to be rewarded for that. She doesn't deserve such an awful end on that hill. I agree with that, but I don't think such changes should be forced upon her. If that makes sense. Like I said, it's a very tricky situation. I'm not 100% sure what to think, or even who to side with the most, but I definitely feel like Shirou has wronged Saber more than Saber has wronged Shirou. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm looking forward to this encounter with Greg next time, but for now, this has been more Fate Stay Night, and I'm Zephyr the Jester, so thank you for watching. Hopefully, I'll catch you next time. Until then, please take care.